the heat was like hot for like probably three
Mate, it was
weeks.
hot. Well, you're never going to be successful and not have a hater.
You can go down like a slippery slope of like just drinking every weekend.
Some of it was a little bit staged.
Oh, 100%.
Biggest party in Fitzroy. Ready, lads?
I'm ready.
Oh my God,
I'm
welcome. You're nervous? Take a
Yeah.
deep breath for me. Okay, I don't get nervous. Do you guys ever get nervous before, like, when you did school projects?
Yeah, of course. Like presenting
Never.
to the class.
Never.
Oh, Handy, like going up the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine you just.
I would just get up and say, come on. All right, gents. We might leave that all in. I don't know. That's all right. We'll leave it in the end.
I'm just a bit of a potty man.
Just, yeah, we're all a little bit nervous. Welcome to the Prime Poddy, lads. It's absolutely fantastic to have on Jordan Menergy and Zach Malloy. Obviously, very well known. You're probably a bit better well known beforehand, but obviously well known for the Fitzroy Garage Party,
Yes.
which we will get to a little bit later. But Jordan, I'll start with you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good mate.
Yeah.
Been hearing that a lot lately, that Fitzroy garage words. But yeah, no, been going good.
It's starting to kind of just like dip away a little
Die
bit
down,
now, which
yeah,
is
sure,
good.
for sure.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit. Nah, everyone's sort of just commenting shit things, but in real
getting
life,
better
yeah,
now,
it's getting
probably.
better.
Mm.
It's died down a
Yeah,
little
everyone's
bit.
more like awareness to the
It was
fact
like
that-
the heat was like hot for like probably three
Mate, it was
weeks.
hot. It was
like
hot.
and it was just before Christmas as well. So I was like, we were just saying, oh boys, like, what do you get for Christmas? Oh, just like a bunch of hate comments and like and a news article made about you.
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
actually fun,
bunch
yeah.
of news articles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Thought I'd touch on, so everyone's on the same page, how we kind of know each other and how we met. I think that you and me met over social media,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Talk me through that.
When did we?
I
how
think
did
we met. We met that first time we went shopping.
through Instagram and then
We went shopping. We went to the garage markets.
the garage markets.
The
Oh, yeah,
Fitzroy
when you-
markets.
Fitzroy.
I'm getting mixed up between the garage.
Fitzroy
and
garage.
Fitzroy garage.
Garage party.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he
Um,
pinned you out
oh,
with something.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you went parachuting that day.
Yeah, I went, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when you moved.
Skydive.
That was,
Skydive.
that was the
Skydive,
first time
yeah.
you moved
First time I moved
to
down.
Melbourne. Yeah.
Mhm. And you took me out to the Fitzroy
Markets,
markets.
Fitzroy Mills Market, yeah.
Mills
we
markets,
were
and you
both-
decked me out.
We were both hung as a horse. Hung over, sorry, that's not the right
Oh,
word.
that was that big ass weekend we
Yeah,
had.
Yeah.
I had a few to drink, but breaking news, we actually stopped drinking for the month.
Yeah, we're dry.
Dude,
We're
same.
sober. We're
We're
sober.
dry.
I'm the same.
We're
Yeah.
Sally
I
sober.
haven't drunk yet this year, and it's the 25th of January. I drank on New Year's Day.
It's been
Yeah.
a week for us.
So yeah, 25th.
Yeah.
Talk me through the no drinking. What's the thoughts behind that?
We want to see how it like just fits in with our mental and physical health, I guess.
And like obviously everything that's going on, you can go down like a slippery slope of like just drinking every weekend and sort of, escaping from reality because we are getting a bit of heat at the moment. So
Yeah.
we
Especially
thought we
on
just
night out.
and we've got
Yeah.
like we're having a few changes in our lives and we just thought let's just go sober, get the mind right, and just like set ourselves up for the year pretty much. And then, we can have a few drinks maybe later on in the year, but we want to be set up first before we start.
That's so
drinking
awesome.
again.
Like,
We want to
I-
escape that, like, drinking every weekend, living for the
It's
weekend.
so
We
easy to
wanna-
get caught in that trap. Of
I love
drinking.
it. And
Yeah.
I'm going to touch on as well. You guys actually, I saw you actually out on the weekend, but you didn't drink.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
talk me through that.
Well, we were like, first of all, we're with the Outdated Boys, and we're
Yeah.
like, we've really got our head in because we're promoting this club.
Yep.
And Jordan and I were like, oh, maybe we'll have one. I'm like, nah, we do. Jordan was like, nah, let's really stick to it.
Yeah.
And then that kind of where it started, and we're like, the first night's going to be the hardest one.
Yep.
And then just kind of building that habit.
Because
Week
it
on
only...
week,
what,
because it was
how
hard.
long-
It was definitely hard there when everyone was like trying to dish drinks our way.
Yeah, one of our mates made a good point. Like, how long does it... Like, it takes like 2 weeks to break a habit or something. So,
No, like to build a good habit,
Isn't
it
that
takes 6
30
days.
30 days.
60 days, something
To build
like that.
to build an actual habit.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
to build.
stick it in. But, like, after the first 2 weeks are the hardest, once you get past those few 2 weeks, then, like, it just
Kind of
comes sort
becomes routine.
of natural, and routine. But,
So you've done it for 2 weeks now.
a
a
week.
week?
A week now. So that was the
Have you
first
found
weekend.
anything different in the first week that you guys have just thought, this is changing me, or
Oh,
not really?
100%.
I felt better the next day,
100%.
110%.
So on the Saturday, because we helped out our data boys at the Hunter Markets, went down there, stayed there all day, went out for dinner that night, and sort of just delayed going out until late as possible, which
Yeah.
sort of sounds stupid, but it stops you from drinking like earlier, or stops you from
Yeah.
getting tempted to drink earlier. So like we'd go out for dinner, go back to the boys' apartment in Crown, and like stay there till like 10ish. And then like, because the nightclub scene obviously like pumps up at like midnight. That's probably prime time, prime train time.
Mate, I'm 9 p.m. I'm 9 p.m.
Nah,
bed by 10 p.m. the way I go.
So yeah, like we went out at like probably 11. We hit the club and just like showed our faces down at Boutique nightclub. I'm pretty sure we're all on board there as a bit of hosts. And yeah, just chilled there for a couple of hours, showed our faces, talked to some fans, sort of. I don't know if they're fans.
I don't know.
Some people are
like,
really in your face.
just people,
Yeah, it's difficult.
especially drinking when not drinking, and there's drunk people around you. Like you definitely
exactly.
opens up to like, is this what I'm like when I'm drinking? So a tip
We always talk about that, like,
is to go out sober, and like if you're wanting to get off the drinks, just go out sober and you can see what you act like.
Yeah.
Because everyone sort of acts the same after a few.
It's that
a
liquor
few
courage,
drinks.
isn't it? That
Oh,
like
100.
people start to get, and they're like, they come up to you and they're a lot happier to talk to you and stuff. And it's
Exactly.
like, I don't know,
Yeah.
mate. Like,
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so then we got home at like 2. Was still a late night, but then got up at like 7 o'clock the next day to do it all again with the boys at the markets, and felt unreal. Like I remember we woke up and like, this feeling's elite. Like let's do this every weekend. Like,
Actually,
just
I
feeling
didn't
good.
sleep very well. I got stitched up with the bed.
Obviously, this bloke
Oh.
can't sleep. Just me next.
Dude, in Crown, there's like, probably like that. There's like a couch where you sit on.
yeah.
They're all sleeping in the double
In the
fucking
king bed.
size bed. And I got stitched on, and I'm a pretty like solid dude. Anyway, and they've got me on this. It's like this. It's that thick, and it's like
Yeah.
this rough as material.
Yeah.
Which doesn't fit sit well with me. They've given me the sheet, and like the fucking couch pillows to sleep on.
You know when you sleep at a mate's house and they give you like a cardboard box or something to sleep with, like a blanket?
Oh,
was the
God.
shit.
I woke
Oh, God,
up-
I've got a funny story.
And that's what my neck's sore from. Like still from the weekend.
What? How long ago? Like 4 days ago?
Yeah, 4 days ago.
You know, it's actually quite funny because when you sleep after a few drinks, you do just out like a light.
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm very on that. I think no drinking. Sometimes you just have to focus on what you want to do, what you want to achieve in your life, and I think that
Yeah.
that's very commendable. And I wish that more people had the courage to actually go and do it.
And with not drinking, you don't have to not go out, because I feel like we've tried it before last year and it didn't work because we'd like stay at home and be like, see everyone's stories and get FOMO. But like, you can still have fun and go out and not drink. Like we were just drinking we were drinking like one Red Bull, but like Red Bull's probably not the best drink to just smash. But
The
You could
biggest
easily
thing-
have like a soda though.
a soda
Yeah.
and lime, and like Zach was like, we got like soda and limes, and it just looks like we're drinking vodka and lime soda.
The biggest
And
thing with that, I reckon, is the peer pressure that comes with it. We were actually good on the weekend, and one of our mates, Deck, we told him, and he's like, boys, that's
Respect
great.
it, yeah.
Good.
Whereas, like, I reckon sometimes you can get
if
in
you
a
got
bad
those
group where
mates
it's
that like,
oh, no, like, you're a pussy, or
Yeah.
Well,
you
that's
should be
the biggest
drinking.
thing. Like I always say, you become the product of the 5
100%.
closest people that you're with.
huge on that.
So
yeah.
it's like if if you're around people that are just dragging you down, then you're just not gonna be able to actually reach what the person that you want to be. So
100%.
if you're around people, and I know you guys have a really close friendship group, which I do want to touch on, because it actually kind of ties into what we're going to talk later about the garage party. But you guys just love capturing things all the times with your phones.
Yeah.
And it's something that it's not as common in other friendship groups.
Yeah.
But you guys just love capturing things and posting it on stories and photos, and you don't really care
Yeah.
about what you're kind of posting.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
comes from, as you said, our mates, like the 5 to 6 close mates. They don't judge. So as soon as we started doing it, like no one would judge each other. So, why wouldn't we just produce content whenever we can?
Some of the shit's probably questionable what we post. But, like, it's all.
But we're all just
comes with it,
about
isn't
like,
it?
just who
No one's
cares what
perfect,
people
really.
think. Like, as long as you got that group of mates that all just, love each other and don't care about what anyone else thinks. We literally just post whatever. Like, before we post something, we'll be like, oh, nah, that's a bit,
I'm
hey,
shopping
how
for
you
it.
going?
You,
And I'm just
you
like,
really second guess it.
and I'm just like, bro, just don't overthink it. Just, like, who cares? Like, who really cares?
Mate,
So-
at the end of the day, like, I always think, in 5 years, is this going to matter to me? Like, I don't
good
think that I'm
question.
going to care about this in 5
No.
years. If I've got a stress in my life, I'm like, yes, it might be stressful now, but in 5 years, I'm never going to think about this ever again.
And you probably get it as well. The comment, like the hate comments, just like fuel you to keep going.
Yeah, fuel.
Like I see
Yeah.
you get the fishing line sinker, like
Yeah.
try to like
Hook,
fish-
line, and sinker.
Yeah, try to get the comments running up, but
It's
And
good.
that's where
like,
you get all the publicity from. People like hating on it and dishing it out.
yeah.
And when you get hate, it sort of means you're doing something right. As bad as that sounds,
yeah. Well, you're never
the
going to be
truth.
successful and not have a hater. Like,
100
think about some of the most successful people ever. Like,
Duh.
even like someone like LeBron or Michael Jordan. Like, there's also people that hate on them.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
like-
And no one's gonna hate on you that's doing better than you.
no,
Like, I love
exactly.
that.
I love
That's
that quote.
that's
Love
actually
that. Love that.
I
Quote.
reckon
Yeah.
we were speaking about it with
Clip
Gabe.
that.
We were speaking about it with Gabe. We were speaking about it with Gabe, and we were
yeah.
saying because Gabe and I always send each other like just like
Quotes.
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 And all that. And that's 100%. That was one of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that was
love
a
that
fact.
one.
So you and Gabe went to BTV together,
Yeah.
and so did you.
Yeah.
And I do want to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But not too much. But like there was a fair bit going on at BTV.
There
that
was,
was
yeah.
intense.
Yeah, I had to wear a ski mask the whole time with ski goggles
Oh,
to
that
hide
was-
my
yeah, that
face.
was crook,
Because
eh?
that was like peak
Yeah.
garage shackers
Yeah.
party.
Yeah,
And there was, I saw a few doof sticks
Doof
as
sticks,
well.
yeah.
They weren't your doof sticks. They were
No.
other people's.
I
doof
did hear
sticks.
someone made a doof stick about themselves there. That's pretty funny, but
Why?
Yeah, I don't
Something
know.
I'd probably do.
Yeah.
You hold it.
Put the
God
supplement,
damn it, yeah.
put the supplements up on the
Yeah,
doof
put the
sticks.
subs up.
But yeah, no, that was pretty cool. We went over, like we were in the middle of the mosh pit, and we saw someone made like the green when's green vest guys set. I'm like, boys, we gotta go get a photo
Boys.
of that. And so like we just like
Were they cool about it?
yeah, 100%. They're like, yeah, get a photo.
No,
They
weren't.
wanted to be in it, and then yeah, they were just
They
doing
weren't
nice.
straight. They weren't like giving you a stick or
Nah,
anything.
well, no one really does in person. It's only online
Mm.
because like they come up. Yeah, no one is gonna come up and be like, "You're a bunch of wankers for throwing
Yeah.
a party." It's like,
Gabe and I copped because we went running in the morning most days.
What? Okay, just quietly. Why are you going running in the morning at a festival?
oh mate, we
It
gave
just
it
felt
to
like the
them,
right
don't
thing
worry.
to do.
That just makes zero sense to me.
Well, obviously my body was a bit run down. I'm like, I've got to do something to make myself feel a bit better.
Bit run down.
yeah.
It's kind of run
Run
it down a bit more,
It
man.
was, yeah.
No, like,
what is run down? How
like
about
mentally, it was more mentally. I'm like, I've got to do something. Like I feel shit.
Yeah, Zach's very like up and going. Doesn't like to relax.
I can't
like,
really sit still. Though.
We'll just be
Yeah.
like chilling at home and be like, let's do something. Let's write down our goals for the whole year. Let's set out
Let's
our
fucking
next
do
day.
something,
Like
yeah.
so, yeah. He's really like.
What are your goals for the year?
Or
Or do you want to share them?
There's some
Yeah,
some
there's-
personal ones, obviously, and then obviously.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say
Oh, I
it.
can say some of my goals.
yeah, you
What
go.
are
Yeah,
You
you
start.
go.
You start.
Well, I just recently started a YouTube channel actually. Come-
Gee whiz.
coming out
Free
tonight.
sponsorship here.
Do you want a manager on YouTube? Let's go, baby.
Oh.
So that's a goal. Grow that. Get
That'd
into
be good.
get into modeling this year. What else? Just keep pushing out content. Like going full time with social media now. I just want to push out as much content as I can this year and just keep good to my morals. You know, obviously not drinking for the first start of the year, but like have a healthy balance between drinking, going out, and a work lifestyle. Really, just like gelling them all together because I feel like last year was like a big one for unhealthy balance, like
Yeah.
with going out, and we were really in the party scene. So just like having a healthy lifestyle balanced out this year is a massive goal.
Yeah. Anything to add?
I
You don't want to add yours?
got a few personal ones, and then ones that probably I can't say yet.
That's
Just
okay.
the people I would probably just with like footy and that.
Yeah.
So that's a bit
What are your personal ones? Come on, get vulnerable.
personal
You
ones.
give us
Yeah,
one,
definitely
mate. Yeah.
drinking. Okay. Oh, I was writing them down just before as well.
You
I
just
definitely want to
thinking
be.
about-
It's more like it's not. I know money isn't all happiness, but I definitely want to be like financially be more stable.
I think
year.
financial freedom is something that
Yeah,
I
freedom.
say.
Yeah.
And financial freedom basically doesn't mean you're rich.
No, exactly.
Like, it
no.
literally
No.
just means that you can
Yeah.
have a bit more freedom and
Yeah.
do what you want when you want. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to go to Bali for a week,
Yeah.
you can afford to do that. And then that comes with, how am I making my money? Am I making my money passively, or is it
Yeah.
actively making money? And if I'm actively making money and I want to go to Bali for a week, am I going to, stop the chance for me to continue to actively making that money when I come back?
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
thing.
Not stressing
Not
paycheck
stressing.
to paycheck type of situation. So
100%.
definitely, yeah, the same
That's
in that aspect.
That's what I like. That's
big
what I
one.
like. Now, I did want to touch again on that friendship and kind of how it's a little bit different to an Australian cultural friendship. So, personally, for me, I went to a private school, and like in that private school, it was very like tear each other down, but
Yeah.
it's banter.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, like but
yeah.
it's banter, and like
Yeah.
that's the way that
Fucking
we live, and
Yeah.
but that's Australia, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In a nutshell.
General sense, yeah.
But I feel like you guys have a little bit of a different friendship.
Yeah, well, I feel like our
Definitely
friendship.
started like that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say because we all went to the same school together. We're all schoolmates from Assumption College. So it was like that in high school, taking the piss, putting plants in each other's lockers and just like filling them up with
if you're
stupid
walking
shit.
this way, if someone's walking
Zach
that way,
was
you
the
fucking
worst
little
for
knock.
it. I'd be in maths class running.
Pocket goes.
I'd be in maths class running with my calculators and Zach's just selling at some bloke on the side. So like, it was like that at the start. And I feel like because like for a good 3 years, I'd say we've all been sort of close at school. We had that banter, we had that taking the piss out of each other. And then once school finished and everyone was like, started to switch on and like think about what everyone wants to do in life or just whatever we do, hanging out. I feel like we just all started to get around each other a bit more, and I think that's what it's all about, really. And especially like everyone says it, but COVID was a big thing, like on the mental health. So being away from, yeah, you go.
I feel there's a lot of things that happened out of school that maybe opened our eyes, like certain things with some of the boys, like getting accused of certain shit, like definitely made everyone kind of gel together a bit more, especially in the, like my last year.
Yeah.
But
definitely find that when you've got other people trying to like tear you down, that you find that you kind of gel a little bit better with your mates.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And as I was saying, like COVID brought us all apart. So once we all could get back together after COVID, I feel like we just missed each other all so much that like we just all support each other. And obviously through COVID, we all like worked on our own things. I'm pretty sure that's when I first started posting TikToks and got into it a bit more through COVID. So when I came out of it, all the boys were like just getting around me, which was it's what you want in a friendship group, really.
Sure. Last one before we get into the garage party is just that, probably more for Menergy, but something that you're working on is that kind of hump that you get, that you have to get over when posting on social media.
Yeah.
Because I think it's, I'm the same. When I started, I was a bit nervous about the boys taking a piss out of me.
And just like what you say as you caption.
Yeah, it's like, even just like, post a caption like, mate, that's so cringe.
Well, how
what do you want me to say, mate?
How were your friends in Noosa? I know the Poddy's about us, but...
they were just all footy mates. So
footy mates,
they did what they did. I had a couple of really close mates that would just back me into the heels no matter what.
Yeah.
Then I had a few others that just take the piss out of me, but definitely saw the benefits in what I did. But it'd always be, footy trainer, tough day for you today, Bolchy, posting content. I'm like,
yeah.
That's their like. They turn to that because they don't know what else to say, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that's their
kind
of icebreaker.
Well, it's a jealousy thing as well because they've been on the tools all day and they're like, mate,
exactly.
what are you doing?
And when you're taking the piss saying, I earn more money than you in fucking 30 seconds.
Never said that, ever. Never have I ever said that. Never have I ever said that. But yeah, what was kind of some of your drawbacks that you were a little bit concerned with posting on social media, and then how did you kind of get over them?
Well, my first, posting on social media was sort of good interactions. Like, as I said, my friends were never really the problem. They always supported me through, everything I posted. No one really took the piss. Obviously, all, people from school, were sharing my stuff around and saying, this bloke's a wanker. He's posting all this.
The funny thing is, people that we used to go to school with that message him now, the one that follow up.
Yeah.
Like the one who had no time for you, and then now they're like, oh, let's go get a beer. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, we're fun.
And small clothing brands that hit you up now that started saying I'm like, bro, you used to take the piss out of me in high school. I'm not promoting your fucking jumper.
We're seeing it with Louis Phillips at the moment. There's a lot of people that weren't following him, and now in the last 24, 48 hours, started posting. Oh, you weren't following me before, but now you are. Very interesting.
Cloud chasers there.
That's
There's
funny.
a lot of
some of
them
the brands, remember, was there some brands having a go at us about, this is a different topic, but Fitzroy, about there's brands commenting as well.
Yeah.
I reckon Tinder said something.
Yeah, there was a couple of brands taking the piss.
Who are you?
And we're like, one of them.
Who's hiding behind this account?
Let's not get off topic. What were we talking about before? Oh, the hump.
Yeah, the hump. The social media hump. How did you get over it?
Just kept posting, really. No, I didn't.
You stopped caring.
Yeah, at the start, I sort of got good interactions. People were loving the stuff that I was posting because it was just us, me and my mates on the weekend, and I sort of came into it with a positive interaction with comments, followers, and everything like that. So there wasn't much hate until probably 2 weeks ago. Nah.
Yeah.
But obviously there's hate throughout it all. But yeah, so my first interaction with social media and posting was good, surprisingly.
And you're still trying to get over that kind of hump, do you reckon? Or,
I don't really care that
just...
much, but it's it is. When I do post, I'm definitely thinking about it. I think it's more just the fact I want it to look good. I don't know.
You should see him before he posts. He goes,
I think I more want to
does this look good?
Oh, you're kind
of validation
more...
from my friends. Not really. I don't really care what other people think.
Yeah.
It's more what I don't know. definitely
But I
second
feel
guess
like
myself.
with like me, like being with you all the time, like you don't care, like 'cause
Yeah, yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
you know,
And then like naturally, I think you just compare yourself to people, especially because I'm always around him. Like you always just not like I'm jealous. It's just like you naturally like.
Yeah.
Fuck, he says all this cool shit. Like he has really good caption. I'm always like, Jordan, what do I caption?
Yeah, he's got that good caption.
Like, yeah.
you can just gel off that though. I think.
No,
like,
no, I know.
and we
I know
can-
it's good. That's
yeah.
why I always ask you. And then he's like, fuck.
Now, that's an interesting point that you raise about validation from your friends that
Yeah.
you care about, but you don't really care about validation from the other people in
No.
terms of like likes and stuff. What do you reckon about people that do kind of just post on social media? You know, might just be a bikini pic or just like a guy wearing no shirt every
Yeah.
single time. Do you reckon like what's your thoughts on that?
Probably, I wouldn't say insecurities, but maybe sometimes insecurities, and sometimes it's you've worked hard for it. You want to obviously.
It doesn't have
Post
to be
that.
every post, does it?
No,
Yeah.
Nah,
it looks good.
put a shirt on, Prime.
Yeah.
I mean who?
I've been doing shirt on recently.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Are you trying to say you suck? No, I'm all for it.
No,
bro.
no. I thought I'd raise the point because I think that sometimes we get a bit carried away with social media and the validation
Yeah.
point of it.
It gets you want it more. The more you get it, the more you want it. Like,
Exactly.
It's just you feel good when people pump you up.
Yeah,
So
100%.
fucking need you to just keep posting it.
Keep pumping me,
Yeah.
boys. All right, let's get into the garage party. But before we do, guys, if you do want to cop any Prime stuff, merch, subs, programs, you can use the podcast code, which is just podcast, and you get 20% off all subs, which I'm not even freaking making any money on now because I'm going to go bankrupt pretty much, lads.
Why?
If I'm giving 20% off all the
Oh,
time,
yeah, true.
bloody
Yeah,
hell,
yeah,
you're
true,
going to lose
true.
it all.
I want to try it.
Yeah, I'm going to lose it all. I'm going to lose all my money. So, yeah, 20% off programs, subs, all of our merch if you use the code podcast. So make sure you go snap that up.
Just a generous man.
You're keen to try the subs?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I really want to try.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never been big on. I don't ever take supplements.
Well,
ever.
you will.
I'm
Mate,
yeah, because I
got-
take creatine at the
We've
moment.
got creatine, the
Is this
grass-fed.
FDA approved?
Yeah, I literally just got it back from Hasta
I
the
saw
other
that
day.
on your Insta.
Tick, approve,
Yeah.
approve,
Tick.
approve.
Beautiful.
Banned substance
Asada,
tested.
that's what
100%.
that's what I was
Asada approved.
Asada.
That's huge. That's
So we've
huge.
got obviously the creatine, the pre-workouts, which is orange flavour.
Yeah, nice.
Which is beautiful. And then we've also got the chocolate and vanilla. 100% grass-fed whey protein. Isolate the most bioavailable protein. Get straight into your muscles. None of this concentrate mixes. No.
That's
Grass-fed,
huge.
100% beautiful, amazing. So make sure you go
factors that
snap
one.
that
I
up
feel
on the
bigger
website.
already.
20% off if you use the code podcast. Like I said, I'm not even making a profit on that if you use that. Lads, let's get into the good stuff. Here we go.
Yeah.
Garage party.
What you've all been waiting for.
Well, I literally wrote down garage party in capital letters on the run sheet, and then underneath I've just got question mark. What the fuck? What the hell
Oh my
happened?
God, that's
Oh.
me.
Like
I actually
literally,
don't know.
all I did was like question mark. You got to tell me what actually happened in this video because it went absolutely viral.
Yeah, okay, you want the rundown. So yeah, it was just for my 21st. It was just a little prees. It wasn't actually a party, even though we labelled it as garage party. It was just a prees. All the boys got together. A couple of the boys came down from Gold Coast, Adelaide. So we just really were hanging out with them all day.
Because we were invited.
You were invited.
So
you
I
didn't
was
come.
actually meant to go to the garage
you
party.
were.
I was actually invited, and I think
You passed the test.
someone was taking too long to get ready.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was
Gab,
too.
yes.
You were meant to come.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I called
know.
you both, and you're
I
like,
know.
you're like, yeah, we'll be there in like an hour or so.
Because me and Gab were meant to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was you two.
Anyway,
Imagine that. Imagine if you guys
That would have
came.
been nuts.
yeah.
That would have been. Would
That would've
you?
been-
Your honest thoughts? Would you have wanted to come?
Oh,
Like with everything that's gone
Yeah.
with
People
People say
now,
that, you know, people say, "Oh,
But
I
I
don't
was-
want to come."
I was
don't wanna
mad I didn't go, man. I woke
okay.
up like 2 or 3 days later, and
next
I
time
know.
that mate calls you for a party, don't blow him off
Don't
because
blow,
it could be
literally,
all over
advice
the
for
For You
everyone,
page.
don't blow off your mates, because that party could be the biggest party in Fitzroy.
come. Yeah, we just went. One thing we went shopping.
Yeah,
just
went
chilling.
shopping, just
That's
chilled,
what you do.
Yeah, like just having a real nice chill day for his
and then
birthday.
just went back to a mate's house and just pretty much started preying there. Got the beer pong table out, playing beer pong. Obviously had the cameras out, as you can tell. And just opened the roller door, just like kicking the footy out the front, listening to music, and just having a good time, really.
And the video. Why did the video go viral?
Yeah, I think it's because there was so many different well at the start there wasn't actually that many different angles, so I can't even say that because I remember Mitch posted just a short clip videos of just like a montage of the prees, and he goes like you know, an hour later goes, boys, go check my video. Like, it's just like I'm getting rinsed in the comments. So we all just go check it, and everyone's just like, yeah, hard watch, lads. Yeah.
Jeez,
all
that
of that
hard
stuff.
watch, I hate that.
Mate, this year, that's all I've been seeing on everyone's, even
Yeah.
your videos.
I get it
you get
every
it a
time.
little bit, but
Hard watch, it gets the most amount of likes.
But we love it.
I'm still stumped, but I still can't fathom.
hard watch is still a
The
watch.
fact
but-
is-
So, like, why did it go viral?
I reckon it's because it's so iconic that maybe like the tap.
yeah, there
It
was,
was
a
just
lot
because
of...
there's like weird, subtle things that people can take the piss out of.
Yeah.
Like maybe at a sesh, there's not many things you do, but we had like that. That I was shaving my head. Like no one really shaves their fucking head.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There were certain little things you could take out of it and
I
take
feel like
the
that's
piss out of.
pretty Aussie, though, to shave your head.
But,
Like,
it's
they were-
but you don't have that at like the prees was
Yeah.
very different to a normal Australian prees. Like generally, it's just like if it's a guy's prees, it's generally just guys sitting around in a freaking circle, just like
yeah,
chatting shit.
if you get the phone
And I
out, you're going to
reckon-
get rinsed for getting
but
the
no
phone
one
out.
gets the phone out, right? So that's the difference. Like going back to what your friendship is like,
Yeah.
and your group of friends, it's very like get the phone out and let's see what we can do with it. Like, do you
Yeah.
reckon some of it was a little bit staged?
No, I reckon when
Oh.
you get a camera on you, like you do dance.
Oh,
a bit funny.
100%.
Like,
100%.
it's just-
Yeah, so to answer
Yeah,
that
yeah.
question, yeah. Like,
Like
when
we
you get a
weren't
camera
asking
out-
each other video, but like if I want to because I'll be sending this to all my friends or like just like
Yeah.
who I'm chatting to at the moment, I'll just send you a video. If it looks good, I'll save it and then maybe
So,
post
yeah,
it.
picture this. We're all just, like, having a good
I don't
time,
go
not
fucking-
dancing as much. A person gets a phone out, and what? We're just all going to still stand there.
Because
Like,
that one
you're going to
review
give it a
where you're
bit.
going like this, you definitely knew where the camera was. You definitely.
But you're not
knew.
going to stop because someone starts videoing.
Oh,
Well, you're
like,
gonna
we
do
said
more.
I knew where the
You're
camera
gonna
was.
do
And everyone's
more.
like,
Yeah.
oh, like he's acting like he didn't. I knew where the camera was. That's why I did it. That's what you do when you make content.
bet
Like,
100%.
you
That's the thing. It's like this was like it's like obviously the goal wasn't to go as viral as it was, or
No.
like to get the hate. But like the goal, if someone's got a camera on you, is to do something fun or funny.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
Like you have to make a video out of it because if someone's filming you and you just say, "What?"
How
Exactly.
boring is
That's
that?
what I
How
mean.
boring
Like,
is
you're
that?
not just gonna stand
that.
still.
No one wants
you
that.
need to engage with the camera and do something funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's going to
It's a fact.
pop
That's actually
off.
So
think it's
when
well
people
spoken.
say, "Oh, was it staged?" Like, no, it wasn't staged. But like, if you're in that position and someone
Yeah.
puts a camera on you at any prees, there's going to be something
Exactly.
going on.
And when the camera went off, we were still dancing and having a good time. It's not like we stopped straight
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
that is the
And we've
issue
been
that a lot of
drinking.
people have. A
And
lot
we've
of
been
people
drinking.
think that if the camera's on,
Yeah.
and that's because they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
If the camera's on, that you guys are dancing, and then as soon as the camera's off, you're
Nah.
just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah, true.
yeah.
That, I
True.
think that's the
That's
issue
the
that a lot.
conception that
people
Yeah,
have.
that's
Yeah.
the issue, and I think the conception or the perception that a lot of people have is like, yeah, you guys are dancing, cameras on, and then it's off, and it's like you guys are just like
Exactly. Like,
no one.
Yeah.
And that's like what a lot of people have problems with, like influencers and like stuff like that, because it's like a
'Cause
fake
that is
perception
actually-
of what
yeah.
is actually going on.
And
Yeah.
that has, I've been in places where that's exactly what
Oh,
happens.
exactly.
Especially when you're with a group that may be like influencers, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're in there and like everyone on the video looks.
Oh,
everyone's
man.
like, oh, smart. Because I take the piss. This is what I say every time. When someone videos, everyone look like they're having fun. Like, that's what I normally say.
Well, now we do.
But
Anyway.
like,
Yeah.
like, with our group, we're having fun. We could sit there and say nothing is that fun.
Yeah, like, we're
the
not.
fact that we're drinking and
Yeah.
like we'll just take the
Like,
piss.
we're
play
not
ping
planning it.
pong.
Like, that video, when the videos were made, it's not like we all like stood around and like made the video together. Like, we just
Yeah.
chuck it up on the Sunday when you got Sunday scaries, and you're like, let's just look
post
through
it.
the memories. And
Yeah.
you want to have memories with your mates, and that's
Legit.
That's how you film.
The acting poor thing, I don't understand, because there's a lot of people that are might be from a private school, let's say, for example, that are now out on their own as a 21, 22-year-old. I can tell you straight away, I still don't. Like, there's
Yeah.
not that much money going around.
No.
Like, because a lot of the time you're actually used to a specific lifestyle that you've been living with your parents and stuff, and you get out and you're like, holy moly, they've been paying for a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
I need to earn a lot more money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Food's a massive one. Like,
Gee
I get like a
whiz.
sparrow
Car as well.
sometimes.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's food, fuel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuel's a big one.
I
Rent.
go looking at my expenses. I'm like, mate, I've got
Adds
nothing
up.
left.
I know. My big one's food too.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts on that? Like acting poor.
I don't know. So we sort of got down to the point that we reckon it went viral because of the name Fitzroy Garage Party. Like, we were saying, if it was just a party in Melbourne, it wouldn't have got so much traction, because Fitzroy's a very like diverse suburb. Like, there's a lot to like pick at Fitzroy. So I think that is why it got so much attention that it did, because you know Fitzroy people are known to like wear whatever they want, wear skirts, wear the Doc Martens, all of that classic like those vintage clothes. So I think that's actually why it got all the traction that it did, and also just Just I don't know why, but
Let's go again into, goes viral. You guys are getting a whole heap of hate comments. They start to, I think that some people went to the garage door and put graffiti on it or
Oh, that was
something.
out of
Like
hand,
that's a
man.
lot that, where it went.
We actually have a camera that was on the.
Yeah. So do you know who did it?
well, the footage is
We can see people.
gonna be sent off and
Yeah.
No way.
taken out of our hands
It's
at
like
the moment.
the dead set. The camera is right where the door
And
is.
yeah.
Graffitiing on
Graffiti
the
on
door.
the door.
Graffitiing
yeah.
on the door, yeah.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
it was
Wow.
it was a bit scary when that one came up. We were all, trying to get the video taken down, but that one blew up. I think like 20K likes or whatever. So we started
Yeah.
to get a bit scared that people were
Yeah.
gonna rock up
Do something.
to the house, like, So that was pretty.
Pretty intense.
daunting.
We've kind of
Pretty
steer
intense,
clear
yeah.
from that
Yeah.
location for a little bit.
Obviously we covered up the graffiti straight away. All the boys
Yeah.
came over and just like,
Wicked from the boys.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
we just got a
guess-
spray can and just like black spray. It's
Straight
pretty
over,
easy.
but-
I think that the issue is coming from that is like, well, how do you guys deal with all that stuff that was happening?
yeah. I think we took it pretty well because we all had each other. Like we were saying, if this was just one, like there was some of us that were getting singled out, like, green vest pest and shaved head bloke and
I
all
copped,
that.
I copped good. Oh, that bloke looks nice. I look staunch as, mate. I look like a bloody gangster.
I got a buzz cut with a suit on. Looks like a
Yeah.
mafia boss. But yeah, to answer your question, we all had each other, so we were just checking up on each other like pretty much every day. Like had a group chat.
Yeah.
Was sort of taking the piss out of it as well, like running with it. I feel like you got to with those
Oh, you have to.
situations. like,
Yes.
otherwise, you can, it can really affect you. But yeah, and then
It does. It always does.
It does. Like
To a little. To a
I
point,
said
though.
yesterday to Zach, like I feel like the comments, like they might get to me deep down, but like I just don't realize it. Like I would obviously rather positive comments, but if there's gonna be hateful comments, I don't really, take them like
Do
in
you reckon
a
you-
wrong way. Like it doesn't really get to me. So is what I'm saying. Like,
Do you reckon you both dealt with it in different ways?
I don't really care about much, so I'm pretty
You're
I'm
okay
pretty
with
easy
it.
going.
yeah, I sort of do
It sucks,
overthink
but-
a little bit, but yeah, as I said, just all checking up on each other and just all being there for each other. And just sort of
was
have
it-
fun with it, but like take
Yeah.
the piss out of it. Like I posted a video the next week or whatever, like packing for New Year's Eve with the green vest.
With the
and
green vest,
I
which
got
was
a couple,
hilarious.
I got a couple of
Yeah.
nice comments saying like a bloke who can take a joke and things like that. So you just sort of
You gotta be able to.
you gotta have fun with it and just have a positive attitude towards moving forward. And yeah, just we've got a lot of publicity for it, so we can just run with it now.
Yeah, you
and-
gotta look at
Yeah.
half cup
Yeah.
full.
I think that
Cup
we,
half full.
especially on this podcast, I really want to be touching on, mental health and just going down that path. I think like there was someone I think that posted something about you the other day, and then it was a negative thing, and then on their page they had something about mental health.
yeah, so I did
Yeah,
call
that
someone.
was
Now
you.
this is something I want to talk about because my issue is with a lot of people is everyone's happy to sit here and say mental health is an issue, young male suicide is an issue, and then they're always the first people to comment something hateful on a young male's on a young male's
exactly.
account or video.
100%.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
year, I definitely want to. Oh, that's probably actually one of my goals. I wanted to be like more in touch with the mental awareness kind of side, and that's
Yeah.
what I've written down.
Anything that you reckon that you're going to do, maybe like a meditation session
That's,
or like
because
or
our
something
mates
like that.
we met up in Ghost.
Yeah.
He does like breath work and all that sort of stuff, and that's one thing I want to do this year. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's like breath work and really, I don't know what they do, but it's some sort of process that like really makes you. I don't know if you ever seen it. And they shaking and like crying and that.
Yeah.
I really want to do that, and I think I spoke to Jordan. We want to do that,
Yeah.
and
You
just,
definitely get it up in Queensland. You'll
Yeah.
find a lot more of those in touch with themselves kind of people up there.
And I want to be more positive just on a general basis, like day to day, I guess.
Yeah.
Just the way I speak and
And it's
everything like
interesting that a lot of these goals, a lot of the time we set these goals and we say, this is what we want, but then you've got to have these little stepping stones of how we're going to get
100%.
there. And like, for
Baby
me,
steps.
it sounds like, going back to that drinking thing that you
Yeah.
guys are stopping or just, limiting, I guess is probably a better word for it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All ties into your end goal. And I think that that's really important.
Yeah, and I
sure.
think like it was obviously just like a trend to hate. Like they saw people saw them commenting hate comments and like their comments got heaps of likes and everything like that. So they just sort of jumped on that trend. And so I think there's a bit of just young kids that don't really understand what they're doing or like
Yeah.
what their words can mean. Like just things like that. And like we were all right with like all the bots and everything commenting, but like once some like bigger influencers started to take the piss out of us as well, commenting, there was a few of them in
That's
there.
shit house.
That sort of like sets the
Just
standard.
jumping on the train of
Sets
like
the standard for their followers.
Their followers.
Oopsies. Hold on.
No, it just sets the standard for like it's okay to take the piss out of people for just having fun, and you know, like, there's a line between taking the piss being funny and like actually affecting our mental health. Like,
what do you reckon was the darkest spot for you?
We're
just
like,
pretty
I'm
much
joining at his hip, so we're in it together most of the time.
There's a huge thing that's come out of it from me, which is like a bit of social anxiety, of course. Like I have a bit of anxiety. I've had anxiety pretty much my whole life, and a bit of an overthinker. So just I always had it, and so with posting, like it just obviously heightened that feeling when going out, and now it's just like a bit, you know, sometimes I'll tell Zach like I don't want to go to like an event or things like that, even though like people are sort of nice in person all the time, but you still have that thought in the back of your mind, like
what are they thinking?
What are they going to do? Are they going to be drinking? Are there going to be like mates around who just like take the piss? So yeah, that's probably the darkest thing that's come from it in a sense, is just a bit of social anxiety. But I feel like, you know, that can be controlled with good mates and just a good mindset.
As a cliche as it is,
anything.
it's like good, like having a good set of mates is massive.
And even if you don't have, if you're like, you know, if you don't have a good group of mates, you just talk to your parents, or I'm sure there's services out there that provide that.
Yeah. So, because I was never big with like, talking to my parents. I was so closed off. Like I could not, no matter what I was doing, I never spoke to my parents really. So I was like relying on my mates.
And the good thing about like this generation now, I think mental health is becoming a huge factor in everyday life, and there's a lot of like eyes on men's mental health now. So yeah, it was funny when you know, people post about it, like men's mental health, and then they take the piss out of you.
They're the same people that take the piss.
It's good to keep those people accountable, and
that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
him posting that the other day, what you brought up before, I reckon making people accountable for what they're saying.
Yeah,
because that chick, bloke,
end up
apologising.
Like
messages, DM'd him, messaging him.
Just as I said, like they're obviously younger, they don't know what they're doing and like how they
think it's
work.
funny.
But you got to remember, like this is all like we are always going to be educating.
Yeah,
it's so many different things that we're trying to do. And I think that as, you know, both of you have a little bit of a social presence, I think that you have the power to be able to educate. And my biggest pet peeve is people with a following that don't add any value.
Exactly, and
educate. So if you're not adding value to other people's lives, like, why do you have a platform?
Yeah,
exactly.
So I think that, it's definitely something that I'm really big focus on. I know there'll be a lot of young males who listen to this podcast, and young women as well. So it's really important that they all understand, I guess, the direction that we're trying to take it.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, 100%. So like at the end of the day, it is okay to like take the piss every now and then, but there is a line. 100%. So just watch what you say on people's comments.
Just follow up. Follow up and say,
just think about,
is that too far?
When you comment on something, just think about it this way, like, would you like someone commenting that on your videos that you post? Because, you know, I'm sure, like, people that were commenting on ours, like, we looked through their content and it was very similar to ours. Yeah. So it's just a bit, like, hypocritical.
Some of these people who we thought were our mates, I guess, so to speak, it was like when they reposted something taking the piss out of us. I was just saying to Jordan the other day, I'm like, if I were to do something like that, I think I would maybe message them prior, say I'm going to post this video, it's taking the piss out of you.
Yeah.
Like just let them know, like I'm going to be doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm just letting you know.
I'm just going to let you know.
I'm not asking you for your permission. I'm just saying this is what's happening.
This is what's going to happen.
Because I am as your mate. Yeah, good intentions.
Like, it's just a bit of fun.
Because sometimes it is funny. Like shit, I could have reposted something. My sister asked me if to post something about the garage thing. I go, nah, look, doesn't look good enough.
And when
I just told her not to.
Learning, like when you put stuff out on social media, you're gonna learn to cop it. Like you cop it. Like we still take the piss like out of each other. Like we praise our mates for everything, but like we still do take the piss. We're not like straight shooters, obviously.
No. Can't take life.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we just really want to get that message across.
Someone made a shirt out of the Fitzroy garage party.
We did.
They brought it up this weekend. The boys.
Are you guys wearing it?
No, I haven't worn it.
I
should
have brought it here.
I would have worn it. I should have brought the vest.
I would have worn it, man.
Should have brought the vest.
Oh, that would have been hilarious for all the snippets.
Yeah.
That would have been very, very good. All right, positives that come out of it. You know, you guys have got a little bit of I guess you got your face out there a whole heap more.
Yeah.
we're slowly moving into a time where people are starting to forget about it and people still know your face. You're starting to be able to take the joke. And what do you think positives that have come out of it initially, and then what do you think might continue to come out of it?
Yeah, well, I think obviously the publicity, of course, is good. And as you say, it's dying down, but people are really, whoever saw it is never really going to, forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good because before, obviously, I was posting on social media before the party. So I had a bit of a social presence in the social media, whatever you want to call it, game.
Platform.
So, just more eyes on you is
And I'm
the main thing from it.
Our group and people out there have been messaged. Like Andy196 actually did message him.
Yeah,
saying they wanted
deals.
to brand deals. A lot of brand deals.
Brand deals have come from
something
it.
like Kmart wanted us to go shopping or something.
Yeah.
Did you take any of these?
I don't know. I
Just-
think they're
I don't
still
know
in
what.
the works.
Yeah, they're in the work. And then Pitch or something. They've asked us to come.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I saw you went to Wildlands.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
same group. It was the same people that went to be.
Yeah.
Like as in the artists that played.
Yeah.
Because
But
I missed a few, so I wanted to go.
So you wanted to go.
Yeah, with the more eyes on us, I think we can just start pushing out more content. And when people come from the garage party or whatever, or they notice us from the garage party, they could like our other content as well that we push out. Like you say, we have a good group of mates, so we just always post with each other and posting what we're doing. And so we're just going to really continue to do that. And if it dies down, it dies down. But as I said, I was posting before and I was going all right with it. So I'm just going to keep doing that, really.
Yeah, good. It's
Just
a really
push
good
out some
attitude to
content.
have, I
Yeah.
think. Well, we're almost done, but we've got to get into some Q&As
Q&As.
from the people.
Oh, true.
We'll rip through these.
Yeah.
Outdated hoodies. Obviously, one of the owners was there. If you reckon that everyone was wearing an outdated hoodie, we'll give him a free shout out on the pod as well. Do you reckon it would have affected them in a positive or negative way? The outdated brand.
Yeah, well, I think it's hard to say because you don't really know how people can take content on
I feel like
social media.
any publicity is good publicity.
I feel.
But
as
there
cliche
was-
as it
But
is.
then it wouldn't
There
have
was-
got. It wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been Fitzroy Garage Party if everyone was wearing
I would have
outdated.
taken
No,
away from the fact.
It would have taken away from the fact that you guys were wearing green vests and suits and stuff. We got a Q&A from Scott, who said, "Where did Jordan get his style from? What's your inspiration?"
pretty much the $2 shop. Nah, because I like to go op shopping and going to the markets every
Yeah.
weekend. So
And you didn't have you didn't have a big budget. It probably started
at
from
the start,
that.
yeah.
Like you didn't have much money to spend
Yeah.
coming out of school.
Yeah, never really got inspiration from a particular person. Pretty much just thrifting. Well, coming out of high school, I think 2020 was a huge
See what he used to wear.
yeah.
Can we
high
get some
school-
fucking
Yeah, we get some overlays.
Yeah.
Just
But
scroll down the Instagram.
thrifting culture's obviously become a massive thing now. I think that started a couple years ago. So I sort of
Yep.
just liked that and just went thrifting every weekend and just going to the markets and pretty much finding any vintage piece I could get. And obviously Nike is a big inspiration for my fits.
Yeah, Lee.
In what I wear, all the vintage things, and just then I started having a bit more confidence with what I wore, so I just started to get diverse with it, start mixing it up, bit of I suppose some people I get inspiration from like Jacob Elordi with
Okay.
the more presentable fits, and then a bit of Harry Styles with the unique fits.
Nice.
But vintage is just, I don't know. I feel like it's in at the moment. Everyone's
Okay.
sort of wearing it, but you can put your own flair on it as well. So
And
That answers that
finishing
question.
off, I'd like to ask you both 3 successful habits that you guys have employed into your life that you reckon would be fantastic for any listeners out there to get into their life to make them better. For me, at the moment, I'm just going to give you one. Waking up early. Consistent
gonna say
wake up
that.
time.
I was gonna say that
Consistent
one.
wake up
6
time's
a.m.
huge.
Wake up every morning. Get out. Eat the worms. And then I'm good to go.
You've been eating
Early
all the-
bird.
you've been eating
mate,
all the
early
worms
bird,
lately.
and I just eat.
I've been hearing
I'm
about
the worm guy.
Can you leave some
I'm
worms?
the worm guy.
Can you leave some worms for us, bro?
That's a good one, mate. That's all
mate.
up. That is
One-
it's fact. I feel
it's-
so much better when I wake up
Oh,
early, get shit done.
amazing.
Well, that's a huge one. That's a good one to start off
Give
with.
me 3.
Give me 3. The first one, I've actually just implemented it into my life, and it's planning your day. Planning your day, on notes the night before, is just a game changer. I've done it for the past 3 days, but you can just get a Kmart whiteboard or just do it in your notes, even in your phone. But the night before, plan your day, set times when you're going to wake up, obviously early, and just smash your day out and tick them off as you go. And it makes you feel good when you're ticking them off as you go.
Yeah, that's a
Brilliant.
big
And
one.
you just get
yeah.
heaps of shit done.
Yeah, love it.
That was
Um,
my one. Bang.
Probably making my bed. As little as it is,
Good one.
it's a massive thing for me. If I don't make my bed, it kind of works in.
Yeah, it's
Coherent with
I think
my
that it's just
life's
like
going.
The first thing
Yeah.
you tick off, and it's like I'm getting shit done today.
Yeah, if my bed isn't made, my life's a bit of a mess. You know what I mean? Like, kind of just works like
No,
that.
I get that.
And even like having a clean room, I
Clean
guess.
room, that's
I'm
huge.
massive on a clean room. Like, sometimes, even after BTV, I felt bad because my room a pigsty.
Yeah.
And then the first thing I kind of went back to was my room. Make sure that was clean. My bed was made.
I struggle to sleep if my room's not. Clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't like
A
it.
clean
Yeah.
room's a clean mind.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Touche.
Oh, that was
Touche.
very nice. Ooh, very nice. Well, lads, it's been an absolute pleasure. I did want 3, but
Yeah,
I'm
no.
happy. Oh, you want more?
Yeah, I can get another one.
You
Go, you go now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, I had one just before.
Oh,
no.
No, I actually had one.
You've actually.
I actually had one. Oh yeah, it was setting goals
Yeah,
and
good.
having a purpose
Yep.
is huge for me.
But
That
goals
this
can be
year-
little ones. I'm talking like maybe brush your teeth, like not brush your teeth,
Yeah, but
but
like,
like little
yeah,
day-to-day
go to the
goals.
gym, right?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
to the
with the
gym.
planning the day one on the
Uh-huh.
bottom of my planning list, I have a goal for the day. So yesterday's goal was drink 2 liters of water.
Love it.
Yeah, this week.
That's awesome.
Today's goal was wake up before 8 a.m.
Yeah,
So
brilliant.
have
It's
small
good to have
goals and
goals
tick 'em off.
of like every day. Kind of remind yourself of your financial goal. Your business goal, and then like a personal goal, like a relationship goal kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like, just be kind.
Number 3
Might just be an easy one.
and number 3, I'd say it's pretty like a common answer, but drinking water throughout the day is
Yeah.
huge. Like staying hydrated. Like,
Love it.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a mindset as well.
So
like
much
a
better.
clear
I
mind.
love you both came in with the
Yeah.
water bottles.
Yeah, because you don't realize you can get like caught up and not drink water throughout the
Yeah.
day.
Our
if
data
you're
boys drank
distracted.
nothing. I was like, boys, drink some water.
Yes.
Like-
Like, you love your water.
Yeah,
Yeah. Plan your
Uh,
day, drink water, set goals, bang.
Beautiful.
3.
I got one more.
Okay.
And this is like being big with me because I always freak out about like my future and all that sort of like that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
It's about probably being present
Oh,
because
nice.
I'm always like freaking out. Like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. I don't know. Like after footy, what am I gonna do? And then it's just like being present and not worrying about like not stressing yourself out because then you don't enjoy your present. Don't like what you're doing right now. If you're freaking out, what you're doing.
Mate,
brilliant.
We killed those answers.
Dude,
just low
well,
key.
I almost
yeah.
cut you off. And you said, no, I'm glad
I
you
had some,
did.
I had some in the
I'm
bag.
glad you did. I could see the cogs turning in Malloy's head over there. He
Well,
was
it's his first podcast.
he was
He's done alright for his first
He's
podcast.
done well.
Speaking out.
He swore a few times, which is
Yeah,
not
I
bad.
know,
We
I
don't
know.
mind the swearing,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll
We're
cut a few
mature.
bits out, but we'll be good. I
Yeah.
think I'm
Yeah.
very happy. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the Prime Poddy.
Yeah.
I love you, but I know you guys are maybe moving away.
Yeah.
Well,
Might be
I'll
moving
come
away.
up to wherever you go. I don't want to
Yeah,
touch on that yet
yeah,
because
we'll see.
we'll leave it. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. So thank you so much.
No,
and
thanks for having us, mate.
no
you're,
worries.
you're a very good host.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
guys.
Keen to try the new supplements.
Illy.
as well.
Yeah, I'll send you some.
Yeah,
LFG,
for sure.
baby.
LFG baby. Love you guys.
Love you, King.